What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Beyond Talks. This is episode 5. And first and foremost, happy Valentine's Day to all you lovebirds and love gals.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Birds and the bees out there. Today I'm always joined by...
Ice's favorite person, Jeffrey.
Excuse me, what did you say? I'm Steven Mannino as usual.
And I'm Richard. I'm my own favorite person. Anyway, today we got a bit of a doozy for you. We're gonna go ahead and give a little bit of our 3-week update. 2 weeks. We are behind one video, so apologies to the 8 of you that actually watch these videos.
Right, don't. Three.
Check it again, buddy.
Probably the 3 people over here, bro.
Check it again. It's 8 now. Almost double digits.
I bet you guys just watch the intro and then click off, right? It's okay, though.
Fuck it.
Anyways, how have you guys been since that last episode?
Super.
What have you guys been up to?
I started my new job at
Nice.
1-800 got junk, so that's fun.
He has junk in his trunk.
I got junk. I wish I had junk in my trunk. Have a flat booty. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I got a very interesting text Sunday night. I can't share too much of it because no updates have been followed up by it. But pretty exciting stuff. And I booked a short film, which comes out next month, which
Nice.
pretty excited for. But those are my updates. Right, Jeffrey?
Me, Friday was my last day at my job. One of my jobs. I'm starting a new one Monday.
You hinted at that last episode, didn't you?
Yeah. And it was like I did have a main character moment that my last day. I was like over there every time I did something in my head. I was like, the last time I'm gonna be doing this. The last time I'll be doing this. And I was like making myself be sad a little bit, but it's okay. Moving on to better things. But that's my update. What about you, Steven?
Let's see. I completed our script breakdown
Nice.
for our feature film, and just been getting together with some friends, other filmmakers in the area. I had a meeting today. That was nice about possible actors for our film.
Nice.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it. And no updates on the Mormon girl. I'm just kidding.
The first cut, and we're only a couple minutes in. So guys, I think it was Jeffrey who brought this up. What were your guys' opinions from the last episode, and what do you think made it good? What do you think we could work on?
I mean, I feel
Audio.
I think we might have fixed it now.
Yes.
But I say overall, just we finally have our structure, and we're following the structure. This is the second time following the structure, so I just feel like it's gonna be better from the first 2 episodes we filmed. But that's like my only take on the last episode. I just like that we finally have it structured. But yeah, like Steven said too, audio.
Steven?
He said audio.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, I mean,
that's
yeah.
it,
If you want me to elaborate,
that's all you had.
Well, okay. Let's see. As far as improvements, no, I got nothing.
Well,
What about you, Richard? What about you? I know you have FOMO. What about you?
the good thing that I like about the last episode is what Jeffrey said, structure. I think if we had structured this from the beginning like you wanted to, it would have very well helped us out in the long run, and we would have had our structure for at least 3-4 episodes now, whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's always good to start sooner rather than
This is episode 5.
Yeah, this is episode 5, so we could have had our structured.
It's just easier. I feel like it's just more easier for us where we won't lose track and then just ramble about something that we, and then it's just less cuts too, and then and it's easier when you guys are editing too, like we talked about BTS at minute this and that, it's just easier.
Yeah, fun fact. I think if I'm not mistaken, Steven just told us off camera before we started filming that there were no cuts last episode because that's how structured this was. If you guys out there watched it, you could tell there were some edits done. But other than that, yeah, no, that was.
Well, I meant like no cutting to different angles.
Gotcha. So
that's what I
that was
meant.
actually
Yes.
Jeffrey's idea to just have one big wide shot.
I just feel like since we're starting, we don't want to be too professional, like, because then what's the point? I mean, we barely have any viewers anyways, and I mean, we shouldn't be that professional. Like, I should feel like one camera on all of us, it's set.
Wow, that's pretty pessimistic, don't you think?
Not really.
I mean, it's the truth. I think now that we do have a structure,
We gotta stay humble.
Yeah, we gotta
barely got
humble
any views.
ourselves.
Barely got any
Well, okay,
viewers,
you don't want to glorify yourself, but you want to do the best that you can, right?
That's true. Yeah, and I mean,
and the best that we can do is one camera.
yeah. after we moved from a studio to our unclassified location, undisclosed location. We kind of had to downgrade everything a little bit, but I mean, we're still getting content out there, and the best quality that we have our hands on right now. So I mean, I'm not disappointed by what we have, but it is.
We may have another location soon. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, you never know.
Will we be back in this room next episode, or will we be somewhere else?
We might be on Mars.
Yeah, we might be on the moon. You never know. But going,
I want to be on a star.
Moving forward to, I guess you could say the main topic.
The main topic of
today's episode is BTS talks. Now, I know that here at Beyond Productions, we haven't worked on, let's say, a lot of projects, but we have worked on one. Yeah, right. And there's
two because if you're counting the PLC, that was still.
Yeah,
and
you're right.
Did,
that is the
music video last year.
Yeah,
you're right. Okay, so
three
my apologies. The owner of
Look at you being the owner, not knowing what we done.
I know it's.
I mean, he was not there for the PLC, but we don't talk about it.
Yeah, we don't talk about it. PLC anyway. But like I said, we may not have a lot of BTS to talk about, but there's still some good stories that I'm sure each one of us would like to share about certain things.
But wait, before you move on, you know how I said he wasn't there? Steven, can you please cut to the clip of the PLC when you said the owner left us, or I don't know what the clip was.
I think I still have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Richard, the guy who wrote this film, is in the Philippines right now.
Oh wow.
Yes. He left last night, never to return.
I remember seeing that video for the first time when I came back, and it was in the studio, and I remember I was dog sick from traveling, bro. Like Jesus, I was insanely sick, and when I saw that clip, when Steven said it, I just remember dying laughing. I was like, my throat was so sore. Me and you did our interview that day.
Well, that's because I think you had strep throat at that time too, right?
Yeah, because of like the different, like it was really cold when I left, and it was really hot in the Philippines and humid. And I came back to super cold again, and my body just kind of shut down.
Let's just say Richard's immune system sucks.
Yeah, no, it's really bad. Yeah. Like dog water, but
we were talking about BTS. We have filmed three different videos.
Yeah.
Let's start with the first one.
Okay, so this was kind of not really last minute, but kind of like in the moment of things, I guess, like just like in the spur of the moment. Me and Jeffrey used to work at Mandalay Bay, like we bring up a couple times, and he just reached out to me one day and was like, hey, I found this film festival that I think would be a good chance for us to work as a team for the first time. And we talked to Steven about it, and he was all game for it. I was like, great. And we just kind of got right into it, found out what we need to do. We joined some mixers here and there before the actual event happened. And at the kickoff event, when we got all of the lines and the characters and the props we had to use, I was really excited because everything seemed kind of planned out, that everything was gonna move smoothly because everybody knew the time we actually had to make this dang short film, right? Mm-hmm. Then come day of filming. Buddy. Let's just, since this is BTS, I guess we can get into a little more detail. I think we left the kickoff event around like 5 o'clock.
Well, it started at 5. It started at 5:30.
Oh, it started at 5.
It started like 5:30, and then we left. We were there for like an hour, and then we all left by like 6:37. But before we even got to my house, because we held it at my house, before we even got to my house, we went to Walmart to get some like food supplies and all that, so we can, start writing and coming up with ideas for what basically the script of the film. But
Hold on, Jeffrey, is your microphone still green?
yeah.
Because it's blinking over here. I don't know what that means.
Oh, it's because I'm talking. When I talk, it blinks.
Really?
Yeah, look.
Does mine
See?
do that?
Look, talk.
Hello. Oh, how am I just figuring that out now? God dang.
Don't cut that out.
Right, yeah, no, that is BTS for you, right?
That's what
yeah,
BTS,
exactly.
you know?
But I learned a lot. I learned a lot from just that night alone because like Jeffrey said, we didn't leave, and I think it was in Henderson. Right?
Yeah, it was 30 minutes. I mean, with traffic too, it was like 35 minutes.
Yeah, and we were filming the short film in North Las Vegas, so we were already eating up most of our time to write the script at all, and then we had obviously we knew it was probably gonna be a long night, so like Jeffrey said, we
Very long night.
Yeah, very long night. But it was just cool because like now that me and Steven had finished writing the script, I realized that maybe having too many cooks in the kitchen or too many writers in the writing room is a bad thing. Because I'm not mad at the fact that it took us longer than it should have to write the script for this short film, but I think that there's such thing as too many creative ideas all thrown at the same time when it could have been super simple yet really good.
So many outbursts too. Oh my god.
Yeah,
well, I mean, just one. I mean, there was a main person that was really outbursting. I'm like, calm down.
We
bro.
do not say this person's name because we wish the best for everybody, and
even then, Steven doesn't like when we mention the name anyway.
exactly,
So,
exactly.
So it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, but that's the first time that I got to see Steven kind of in his element as a writer, and then legit maybe a couple hours after I'd slept at Jeffrey's house, we filmed at Jeffrey's house, we wrote the script at Jeffrey's house.
Because one of our actresses showed up that night still, like late, like she showed up like around 2 in the morning. I went like 1 or 2. And the funny thing about that night was she was like, "Oh, Jeffrey, I'm outside, but can I ask you for your help?" And I was like, "Oh, what?" She was like, "Just come outside real quick." And I was like, "Okay." I went outside. She's parked like on the side of the street. She was like, "I don't know how to parallel park. Can you parallel park my car?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I got you." So yeah, I kicked out her car. She went inside and I parallel parked the car.
Yeah, we met a lot of really great people here that some people still keep in touch, some people don't.
We keep in touch with her just because she good for her. She moved out of state. No, she stays in a state. I don't know if I want to share too much information about that, but yeah, she actually helped us for another thing that we filmed. For the PLC, but we're gonna talk about that in a bit. But yeah, Steven, how do you feel about?
As far as behind the scenes, for Crooked, you're talking about?
Yes,
So,
for our
That's
two-time
Crooked.
nominated short film.
Crooked.
Yeah.
Isn't it three? No, two.
Huh. Yeah, it's kind of wild, I guess, because we were all very exhausted by the time. Even when we started filming, because we were writing most of the night before.
Yeah.
And into the early hours of the next morning.
Like everyone left my house. I want to say like latest 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, and then we had to meet back at my house again at like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Gee.
Yeah. That's why I wasn't. Okay, I liked the festival for the experience, but I never want to rush again when making a film. Never. You're not supposed to rush. And yeah, you do have a time limit. You don't want to go over 8 hours or sometimes 10 or 12 hours a day. But you also want to give the actors as much time as they need so they feel relaxed. But you don't want to rush when filming, especially those emotional scenes. And we did that. So, hold on a second. My mic's falling.
BTS content. But that whole day, I didn't sleep. I feel like I was the only one that didn't sleep that whole day, because we had to wake up at like 7 to go get Richard's daughter, and I only slept for 30 minutes. That car ride there to pick her up and then back to Walmart, I only slept like, I want to say max 30 minutes, and I was running around the rest of the day.
I slept for like 6 hours.
Damn. How you get to sleep for 6 hours? You left my house at 3.
The night after filming, then we went home.
Oh, because you didn't show up until... Yeah, you didn't show up to my house till like 8:30.
Well, don't forget it. I edited it, edited it afterwards. I edited it afterwards. So yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing I love about Steven when it comes to BTS, because sometimes, like, depending on how long a video is or even how long a video is, our schedules aren't the best matched up right now. But hopefully when the movie comes time to filming, we can all find like a good, like share each other's schedule, get a good,
Well,
filming
I have
schedule.
my set schedule.
Yeah,
I'm
for real. Yeah,
working
me
from
too. Yeah.
7 in the morning to 8. 7 in the morning to 4.
There you go.
that's
Perfect.
my-
Well, we got Jeffrey's now.
That's my schedule.
But
Every day.
Yeah, it's from Monday through Friday. But so occasionally, if I do want to come in Saturday and Sunday, I can take it over.
yeah, but that's like I said, that's the first time I got to see Steven, the element of writing, and then obviously the next day when we're filming, I got to star alongside our co-star Juliana. Juliana.
Her name.
And she was really fun to work with.
They had good chemistry.
Yeah, we
when
had really
filming.
good chemistry. I think it all played out very well for the screen, and even behind the scenes, we were really, good friends. After that, we did the music video for Sean the Sun.
The POC. We filmed the POC, which obviously, Juliana was supposed to be in our movie, but her schedule couldn't match up, and she obviously is out of state now. So that's when we bring the POC into play. That's why we have our main actor Lance and Juliana. We're gonna be the 2 main actors in that movie.
Yeah, it was. I think.
You can't really talk much about the POC.
Well, I can't really talk much about it, but me and Jeffrey were there to see Juliana's audition, and from the get go, I think even with Lance too, because like I said, this is a very
we did a couple of rehearsals with her and Lance. Yeah.
and the funny thing is, this is about my real life. So when I met Lance, and I offered him the audition, I was like, wow, that's really good. And I had Jeffrey on FaceTime because he was working at the time, and I kind of had that same energy with Juliana where we saw her audition. I want to say we did it twice just to be sure.
Well, it was funny when we auditioned her at my house, and it was funny because she came to me. She was like, "Oh, I'm outside your house," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." I thought she was Asian. When I first met her, I thought she was Asian, and I walk out there. And I'm like, oh, okay, we can just wait for Richard, because Richard was just around the corner. I was like, he's about to get here. And that's when my mom opened the door. She was like, why are you making her wait outside? Come inside. And I was like, oh, we were waiting for Richard, but okay. And then she starts talking to my mom in Spanish. And I look at her and I'm like, you're Mexican? She was like, yeah. And I was like, damn. But about the POC, I wasn't even supposed to be there either. But I woke up the next day. I called off of work and I'm like, I'm going to be there. And that's when I called Steven.
Wait! You mean that the starting of the POC when we start filming? You jumping ahead to that? Is that what?
We're talking about the POC, aren't we?
Yeah, but you completely skipped over when we auditioned Camden at.
We also.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because okay, so
damn.
yeah, so the good thing, wow, like we may be jumping around, but at least we're jumping around on the same topic, which is fine.
Yeah.
So before, I think it was even So
I
after we had
forgot about
casted
it.
Juliana, like Steven said, we did run a few rehearsals with her, which I was thankfully there for because Juliana was always my first choice, which is really great. But once we realized that she no longer could be a part of that, that was like one of the saddest messages I woke up to when she texted me and Jeffrey and said, "I can't."
Me.
I got it.
Oh, you got it. Yeah. I guess he got it too.
But yeah, so I woke up to that message. I was like, "Damn, now I gotta find a whole new main actress." Jeffrey was going to CSN at the time, and he met this girl named Camden, and said that she was down to audition, and that is the actress that we have for the actual POC, the proof of concept for our feature film. Yeah, she's not even in the feature film either. So now we only have our main actor and Lance.
we went from 2 actresses to
right. But like stuff like that has to happen, and we didn't even have a full script yet, so it wasn't like the end of the world. But now that just gives us time to actually use what we have that's finalized and give it to the actresses that will be auditioning for our
We should talk more on how. Oh, I mean, Steven, if you want to talk about it, how did we audition Camden?
Well,
not my proudest moment, I will say.
Let's just say.
Yeah, we auditioned. It's the only time she was available. I mean, I guess she's a busy person, because she has her own thing. But we went to several rooms inside, outside the College of I don't even know what
Nevada.
it's for. Southern Nevada. There you go.
College Southern Nevada.
And we were just trying to figure out what was the right environment to audition her in, because she was having trouble projecting her voice, and maybe she was a bit shy because we were outside, we were on a college campus, but
a lot of people walking around.
Yeah, I don't know, that might have affected the audition, but nevertheless, when I basically forced her just to yell at least once, then I thought she was right for the part after seeing that, and she also kind of looked like the character was named Joey, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, we auditioned.
Yeah, you're right.
God.
We did audition her.
Richard, how are you the owner and don't know, bro?
Oh man, my head is
wait.
over. We
you
for her
right.
for her
Oh, wait.
yeah, no, I was right, because for her audition we auditioned her as Jessica, and I say it wasn't my proudest moment because this is what I was telling Steven that I was scared of during the audition process, and especially during filming. I know the kind of emotion that went into like the real story, and I just felt like I wasn't getting it from Camden at the time of her audition. So I just kept pushing her, and I go, what? That's basically what I did, because I remember I had Steven's script in my hand so that I could show Camden kind of what I was looking for, and I'm that type of person, like I'm sure that once the nerves kind of get out, you can give me a really good performance. And I remember the official spot that we held the audition at was, I think it's like behind the school, like right by the dumpsters and stuff. Yeah. And I wanted to get her into that audition, or I'm sorry, I wanted to get her into that mindset of being angry and no, just being angry and upset. And so I was like, no, like I got mad. I was like, no, you have to do this. And I just kept smacking her with the script, like show more emotion. Like you're supposed to be doing X, Y, and Z.
It worked though.
It did work. We casted her officially. And I just remember I was like, I all I hear in the back is Jeffrey and Steven go, hey, Richard, not too much. That's too much. Like,
he got it out of her though. Richard got it out of her. Because she's scared. I mean, I was scared when she blew up. I was like,
I'm just trying to remember the order of events here, because we did audition her for Jessica. You were right. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you were right. And then,
but we didn't have anybody to play Joey for the proof of concept.
So we hadn't decided which scene would have been the proof of concept.
Yeah, so that's how we had. That's why we had Camden play Joey.
The other
character,
POC.
Yeah. What was really cool is, even though I wasn't there for the actual filming of the POC, the scene that they used to film it is the ones that we rehearsed with Juliana. So when I was there for when Juliana was still a part of the cast, it was cool to see. But that's when you guys actually did film the proof of concept. I remember I was headed to the Philippines like that night. And that's when all the equipment came to my house. That's when, we just kind of tested it. And then as I was leaving, I finished packing. I had to clean my room to kind of help them set up, the scenery.
You were in the Philippines, dog.
No, remember you were downstairs, or I think it was Daquan was downstairs, and I was just kind of throwing everything under my bed just to give you guys
wasn't he?
No, I'm talking about no. It was just Daquan, because he brought everything. Okay. Yeah. I was bringing stuff downstairs to make room in my room, so that when they came here the next day, and they could just have kind of like a open layout to have however they wanted to set it up, which I think they did a really good job, which they did have some commentary about too in the video too.
Wait, what?
Steven was like, it was really cool filming in Richard's house, just tight and not much room to move around in. And then,
especially his room, bro. Oh my God,
my room
bro.
was bad.
Now Richard does not know how to clean his room. Let's just say that. And his car too. Richard just doesn't know how to clean.
I don't know how to clean, but I know how to take care of myself.
You know how to what?
You know how to what?
Take care of myself. Sometimes, rarely.
It's okay. But even before we started shooting the camera, when I walked into his room, it was messy. The whole table was a mess. Like, he barely cleaned it up minutes before we started filming. So that should tell you.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me and Steven talk about the POC. You weren't here. I wasn't supposed to be here either, but I called off of work. I remember giving Steven the call, and I'm like, hey, I woke up, called off of work, I'll be there. He was like, oh, really? You're going to come? I was like, yeah, I'm going to show up. And then that's when I brought chips. I brought chips and I forgot what else, but I brought, I think, drinks, chips.
Yeah, that didn't last long.
Yeah. And it was funny because I set the table so nice. I organized it, and then these buffoons freaking ruined my organization, bro. I was so proud of that. I should have taken a picture of it.
No, let's see. There was us two. There was Lance and Camden.
Yeah.
There was Taquan and
Trayvon.
Sure, and what's the BTS guy's name?
Paul.
There you go. There you go.
Well, that's
who am I missing?
Nina was there. Yamile was there. But Yamile ended up showing up to...
Juliana, she brought over...
that's what I'm saying.
What did she propose?
Juliana helped us with...
the catering.
Catering. She catered. She was like, get me the stuff or send me the money for the stuff and I'll make you guys food. And she made us bean burritos.
That's right. Yeah,
it was bean burritos with like I think some type of meat inside of it.
And then we got Panda Express later in the night.
Oh, later in the night, yeah. We all pitched in to get Panda Express,
which I do not recommend when you are supposed to be filming afterwards because you're so lethargic afterwards. You're after eating Panda Express, and that was not a good decision.
It wasn't a good decision.
You know, the one thing I love about this team that we have right now is even though I wasn't there physically, I remember that obviously I was in the Philippines. You guys were here. The time zones are completely different. And
we were still filming when it was
we were still. They were still filming, and I remember I used to get these calls, and my reception at the time was terrible. Like, just dog water.
Terrible.
But, you know, Jeffrey would call me, like, here and there, oh, this is how this scene is going. He would keep me up to date with everything. And, you know, even though it was halfway across the world, it was still, you know, making me feel like I was there.
7,000 miles away.
7,000 miles away, yeah.
But, that was basically, do you have any more about the PLC? Any more you want to do?
It was a fun night, you know, in spite of all the challenges. It was a very fun. We're gonna have so much fun filming this thing. Right?
Something that was funny is that Taquan broke one of Richard's non's vase. I remember I didn't know he broke something until I was like, my little sister and his little sister Nina, they were like, oh, Taquan broke a vase, and I was like, what? And then they just showed me the shattered vase. I was like, that's a big ass vase. Yeah, it was a big vase.
I think my mom had gotten from like a client's house, and it was like one of the biggest set pieces of our front room that we had. And when we came back, it was really hard not to notice because it was like smack in the middle. Yeah, just empty, and you can still see the base of the freaking vase or whatever on the table with all the dust and shit on there. But it was cool because when I got back, speaking of the PLC, when I got back, it's the second I landed, Jeffrey and Yami came to pick me up, and Jeffrey, I think I gave him a call. I was still on the plane when I could have reception. He was like, hey, we're gonna, I think Taquan wants to go film something.
And go in Town Square?
Yeah. When we went to Town Square, and they had this poster right here, just like kind of like a welcome back present, and majority of the people that were there for the POC were there. Like, I think it was mainly just the crew, though.
I forgot to mention the name that was there for the PLC. Our PA.
Renee. Renee.
Yes.
Yeah, Renee.
Yeah. Wow.
Renee was also there. Renee was also there with the poster. Yeah, that's right.
Lance was there too, wasn't he?
Yeah, Lance was.
Yeah, Lance was there
next to the gigantic Christmas tree.
Yeah, because it was there.
It was during Christmas time.
And then it's funny because then security comes. They're like, "Oh, y'all gotta push away," because they thought we had a big camera, and they're like, "Oh, y'all gotta keep pushing." Like, okay.
Yeah, no, but it was a really good surprise, and the next day, me and Jeffrey, and I think Trayvon filmed his, because that's the first day I met Trayvon. Was the next day I came back.
Filmed his what? What are you talking about?
Filmed his interview.
Because remember for the interviews it was Lance, Camden, Renee, Taquan, and you.
That was the day after?
I think Camden.
Your guys was before. He was still in the Philippines. We filmed your guys, but then it was Trayvon had the chance. It was me, Richard, and Trayvon that filmed our interview.
Right.
I think
Camden.
Camden. Yeah, because that's the first day I met Camden. That's the second time I saw her.
I thought Camden was with you.
No.
Okay, you're right. Okay,
yeah.
I think the people that filmed their interviews when I was in the Philippines was Steven, Lance, and Taquan.
And Renee.
And Renee, yeah.
Yeah. It's all coming back to me now.
But, you know, the next thing we had worked on after the POC
was a music video
for Sean the Silent. I'm sure you've seen him on certain social media platforms, and if you live in the Vegas area, you've seen some of his projects up on billboards and stuff like that.
Just one. It's
Just one.
It's not even a project.
But
It's
like a what is it? Like
it's like I guess like a festival kind of.
I think
it's
something
called
like
Next
that.
Up. I think something like that. But there's like different artists in it too. But yeah, we had to shoot a music video, and then we had your friend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shout out to
Colton.
shout out to director Colton Dietz for helping us with that music video, and congrats on filming your next feature film, man.
Yeah, it looks good. That's the trailer he put out, right? On the trailer that he keeps promoting on his social
that
media.
one, and he posted something else. He was doing location scouting for I don't know what it was, but obviously another film he's going to be shooting in the future.
Right there, you go. Yeah, it's funny because I met Colton at a mixer for your festival.
That's right. Yeah, the Indie Vegas Film Festival mixer.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that time I was able to talk to him, and I found out all the stuff he's worked on, which made me really excited because I knew that we had, I talked to Steven about directing the music video, and he was just honest. I was like, that's not really my thing, So that night I talked to Colton, and I was like, hey, I have this music video thing coming up. So yeah, he didn't take my information down. We talked about it at your place, and then we kind of just went up to the mountains and filmed a.
Well, it wasn't the mountains. We went to a view. Here in Vegas.
Was it a
there's,
view?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
okay.
view. Here in Vegas, there's like 4 different views. It's like you're like kind of leaving Vegas, but you're able to see the whole city. It was really windy and cold that day, bro.
Yeah, really windy and cold.
Really windy and cold.
I remember we Colton he set up the car in like the best spot because he wanted to make it look like it was driving at night, so we had the lights going around like it was the street poles, and we just kept waving flashlights, our phones back and forth.
It was me and Steven on one side,
Yeah.
just freaking going up and down the car.
Now, it was a good technique.
It was.
And it did really, in the final cut, it really did look like he was driving his car.
Did he
at
ever
night.
post a music video?
Yeah, he did.
Really?
Yeah, if you go on his YouTube channel, it's up there.
I haven't seen it.
I legit sent it to you.
I never watched it.
Oh well, then
I'm
yeah.
gonna
you-
watch it after this episode.
And
just 'cause I wanna
fun
see it.
fact, guys, I know we were talking about cricket earlier, but that same technique they used for that music video, Jeffrey did by himself. That made the final cut of Crooked.
Yeah, and they actually made like everyone thought the car was moving there, and they asked us, "Oh, how's the car moving?" And I was like, "No, it's just me."
Wait, that was you?
Yeah, he
I
had
thought that
he had a
was the
headlamp on his
Guys
head.
whose name I should not mention.
No, that was
He-
Jeffrey
he-
standing behind
it
the
says-
car.
It says I was like, I asked him, I was like, I should adjust it. I was like, oh, can I like move it like to the side to like seem like the car's moving? He's like, we can try it, and that's when he told you drive past him. So Steven was also too. Steven was part of that shot because Steven drove past us, and I was with the light, so it made it look even more.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was like the best timing because you could see the glare of headlights in my glasses and then in the back too. So I was like,
Yeah.
that's
It was like
amazing.
perfect timing. And we only, I know it took once. It took like
yeah, one shot.
one
Mhm.
shot. That was a one take shot.
Yeah.
Thankfully, there was no dialogue in that scene. It's just me staring at him. Oh, I'm mad.
Oh man.
But yeah, guys, that I feel like that's what we have about BTS talk. I mean, I don't know why we don't get Lance to come onto the podcast.
That could be the next episode. Yeah.
That could be. We
Yeah.
could get Lance to do that, and then we can get the like whoever's next we audition. That should be the next. Because I mean, me and Richard are in the movie. I mean,
Yeah, we are in the movie.
we are in the movie, so I mean, we're part of this.
We play very minimal characters, but very crucial to
I
the
wouldn't
story.
you describe your characters as minimal, man. Oh my god.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
You're
yeah.
supporting characters.
There you go.
So,
We're
was
supporting.
J.K. Simmons minimal in
characters.
Whiplash? I don't think so.
He was one of the stars of the movie.
Okay,
I mean, I
so
know
I'm
it was
saying. Exactly. You're
That-
the stars of the movie.
that movie couldn't have happened without.
You guys
J.K.
have
Simmons.
impacts on the story, okay? You know how the script goes.
I do.
Don't
No, I'm
be
kidding.
so modest. Oh my god.
But yeah, that's basically what we have. Like he said, the next couple updates is we're gonna finish budgeting. Well, Steven's gonna finish budgeting with Richard, and then next is location scouting. And after that, it's auditions, and then after that,
It's time to
filming.
film.
Oh, it's gonna be
my
so fun.
gosh, this is so exciting.
That's gonna be fun.
We talk to each other a lot, and sometimes we take a peek at the camera. What's some input that you think could get our audience more maybe excited, more interactive with our videos.
Well, I mean, I feel like our audience should be the ones to tell us that. Like, I feel like
That's
you
true.
guys should
Yeah.
comment down below. What do you guys want to see? I think we mentioned last time that I was gonna incorporate a bit. There was gonna be a bit this episode, but I didn't get to it. Next episode for sure. I'm gonna start writing stuff down and actually coming out with a bit. But I feel like my bits are gonna actually like intrigue more of the audience, and because I'm gonna push you guys through things, and I mean myself too. But I wanted to do a pepper challenge, but we had over here Steven not wanting to do a pepper challenge, but the pepper challenge would have been cool.
Why would I put myself through agony? I don't.
It's okay.
Speaking of agony and
agony for clicks. Okay.
and your bit, that's a good transition into a message about abuse.
Oh my god.
That we were able to collab with another local talent here in Vegas, Allie, the grand finale. She's known on YouTube and Instagram and all that good stuff. And that's one of the first times we ever talked about what our movie is about. It's all the other people affected by abuse and relationships and families and, you know, just any way, shape, or form. There's always resources they can go to for help.
We'll put the hotline number. I mean,
Right, yeah.
We don't know the. I mean, I don't.
We can look it up.
I'm
We can
not
always
doing that. No.
Why are we not putting
The
the?
fuck is wrong with you? That's what our
What?
movie's about.
Oh my
We
god.
should put the
this
hotline
is,
number just in case. Just
what is this, a commercial?
It's on our fucking thing that we all
Oh,
agreed
yeah.
on.
Why don't you want to put the hotline?
Because he's an abuser.
He does it.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
You're an abuser. You
Wow.
you
I'm
love
not
you love
bleeping
it.
that.
Yeah, I don't want you
Oh my
to.
god.
But I mean, we'll put it in the comment section. He doesn't put it.
No, I'll make sure that it makes the thing. But yeah, you know, there's always help. Whether
Resources.
yeah.
Look out.
even if you're not comfortable sharing with, I mean, a random stranger that, I mean, that's their job to do. I just hope that you guys have friends, family
Yeah,
members.
go to
out
the
there.
people closest
Yeah,
to you.
exactly.
Or even if you want to just express yourself, write it in a diary. Get yourself and write your thoughts in a diary, and then.
Yeah, I feel like once it's out there some way, somehow, it's always like better than holding it to yourself and you know, feeling like you have to keep it there.
And that's what we want to do with the movie. I mean, the message. We want people to get that help, you know, or like feel like they could speak out. Because Richard was able to speak out. I feel like anyone else can. You just got to get that confidence too.
Right. But yeah, I mean, unless you guys have anything else you want to add on.
Wait, what do you like about abuse? Wait, not like.
What is your favorite part about abuse?
What's your intake
I
on
like
abuse?
making movies about abuse.
And he likes abusing people too.
Don't go to Steven for help if you're getting abused, because he'll be like, what is this, a fucking commercial?
It's okay, and if you're getting abused, just say, "Hey, don't hit me."
Or say ouch, but quietly so you don't get hit again. That was from my personal experience.
As you can say, we have dark humor, so don't take it too literal or personal. You know, just trying to lighten up the mood, because abuse is a very sensitive topic to talk about.
No, I get. I mean, this movie's sensitive,
Yeah,
controversial.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
you know.
Yeah.
Definitely controversial. There were some different renditions of how this movie was gonna be made, and you know, we all just kind of came. Yeah, we just kind of came to a decision on how it was, you know, supposed to be made, and I think the way that we have it now is probably, like, you know, the best way, at least for us. Yeah, for us to kind of attack it. And I want to say that a lot of people come see this, especially once they read the synopsis, and, you know, hopefully if we have a good trailer that kind of really does show what this whole thing, like the kind of tone of the movie, right?
The trailer will be awesome.
Right,
The
yeah.
trailer's gonna be a good trailer.
I just hope that oh my.
Damn.
I just hope that people know that this is just coming from one side, and that we're not saying that the other party is like the worst in every situation. It's just, you know, we're writing about what we know. I'd rather write about what we know than try to tackle a situation that I don't, and then we get a lot of hate for that. So that's just like a little disclaimer. That's just from one side. Obviously, if I knew more about the other side, I mean, we could incorporate a little bit more, but I don't.
Well, what's so great about this script is that it's the writing is really what's the word? I guess enticing, because in an in an argument, not everyone is right, not everyone is wrong. You know, it's just basically about perspective.
Yeah.
And it's not about right or wrong. It's just about reality. I guess that's how I should describe it.
Yeah, I mean, that we definitely make it more theatrically pleasing, like very watchable.
It's still grounded in reality, though. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. It's definitely still based off a true story, just a little easier to watch, because if we just filmed this shot for shot, to be honest with
If
you,
we film it right, it will hit hard.
We also had a scene we kind of did add it in there, but didn't. But if we were really talking about like stuff that is gonna be hard to watch, we added one of the scenes like what Richard went through.
Yeah, it's
you know what scene I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's Steven. The thing I love about Steven when it comes to this topic and how to make it viewable for the audiences, his writing technique is so like precise, spot on, and just it's just like he really listened to what like the material I gave him, but at the same time he made it to like, okay, like what rating are we going for, like what can we show, what am I comfortable what is he comfortable filming, directing, and obviously he's thinking about the people that will be involved with this film. So the one thing that I loved is while we were writing the script, when that scene we got to that scene, he was like, I think you should call Lance, and see if he's comfortable with taking it to that extent if we did decide to finally write it like that. Yeah. And and it's just one of the things that I admire about Steven, because he doesn't just like, well, this is what's gonna look best on screen, and that's what we're going with. He kind of looks at all his options and goes for the best one for everybody.
Yeah.
So let's just say, even though that this topic and this whole film may be a little hard to watch, at the end of the day, the environment on set will definitely be very comfortable and like a safe place for everybody
I want the actors
involved.
to be comfortable. And, who knows? We might need an intimacy coordinator. We might not need an intimacy coordinator. But the intimate scenes in the film, they don't go so
Too far.
far.
Yeah.
So it's
Hence why I think chemistry tests and all that stuff, like going out with the cast, especially for a movie like this.
Like what Steven did when he took who was it, Juliana and Lance to the park, right? You guys met up somewhere?
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Oh my God, how did I forget that?
Yeah, but stuff like that,
It's the little things that go the long way, like in the long run, it helps everybody, so that everybody knows who.
Yeah, we rehearsed lines. That was before we filmed the proof of concept. We rehearsed lines, just the director and his actors. Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, if you guys don't have anything else to add,
I just want to say, stay tuned to what's coming and don't let it hit you.
Don't let it hit you. What?
thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Beyond Talks. We hope you guys come back for our next episode.
Please come back. Please come back. I'm sorry.
If you guys have anything that you would like us to talk about, anything that you guys would like to see on these episodes, anybody that you might like us to
episode
bring.
was partially about abuse, and the last thing you say is "Don't let it hit you."
Well, that's kind of the message that, like, don't. Come on, go to self-defense classes. But yeah,
I'm sorry.
Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and comment down below anything that you want. I guess.
Also, comment for future. What kind of bits do you guys want me to put them through? And chocolate
Speak for
or vanilla.
yourself, man. Speak for yourself. What? What was the last thing you said?
I just said have a good day.
No, I'm gonna play this back when I edit it. What the heck did you say?
What did you say?
You didn't hear me?
I didn't hear you.
I said chocolate or vanilla.
Oh, chocolate or vanilla, guys.
Unbelievable.
See y'all in the next one. Peace out.
Bye, guys.